Have you ever stopped and wondered what's really pulling the strings behind your actions? You know, what makes you tick, what makes you push for that big goal, and what makes you just stop? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into, unpacking the forces that drive everything you do, from your body's unconscious survival mode all the way to your most ambitious dreams. Okay, let's dive in.
Seriously, think about this for a second. Your body has these amazing automatic systems working 24/7 to keep you balanced. You don't have to decide to sweat when you get hot. It just happens. But when it comes to that huge project for work or that personal goal you set, man, it can feel like pushing a boulder uphill. So what's the deal? Why the massive gap between the automatic stuff and the stuff that takes so much effort? That's the core puzzle we're going to solve today.
To really understand motivation, we've got to start at the absolute foundation, the brilliant, non-stop autopilot system that's running inside you right this very moment. This is the biological bedrock that keeps you stable, and the crazy part is, you don't even have to think about it.
And the key word for this system is homeostasis. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like your body's internal thermostat. If you get too hot, it kicks on the AC, it makes you sweat. If your blood sugar dips, it sends out a signal that says, hey, maybe find some food. It's this constant, delicate dance to keep everything inside you in a state of similar standing, that stable, happy place where you can survive and thrive.
And it's not just internal. This is a perfect example of what it looks like in the real world. These penguin chicks aren't sitting around discussing thermodynamics. Nope, they are instinctively huddling together because it keeps their collective body temperature stable. It's a behavior, an action, driven by that deep biological need to maintain balance. That's homeostasis in action.
Okay, so that's homeostasis, but our bodies are even smarter than that. There's this next level up called allostasis. See, while homeostasis is all about reacting to keep things the same, allostasis is about predicting and preparing for what's coming. It's the reason your heart starts pounding before you give a big presentation. Your body is anticipating a future challenge and getting you ready for it. It's way more dynamic. It's not just staying the same, it's changing in order to stay stable.
So if our body has this silent autopilot, what's that feeling we get that actually pushes us to do something? You know, that little internal nudge, that feeling of, I need to fix this? Well, let's look at how that feeling builds into what we call a drive.
A drive is basically your body's alarm bell. When your internal balance gets knocked out of whack, your body creates this feeling of irritation, discomfort. Feeling thirsty? That's a drive. Feeling lonely? That's a drive. Feeling bored out of your mind? Yep, that's a drive too. It's that internal pressure cooker that just screams, hey, go do something about this.
And this goes way beyond just food and water. We're wired with these amazing general drives that really make us human. You've got the curiosity drive. That's what pushes you to learn new things and explore. There's the activity drive, which is that simple built-in need to just get up and move. And then there's a huge one, the affection drive, our fundamental biological need for love and connection.
So just how critical is that affection drive? Well, Harry Harlow's famous and pretty intense experiments gave us a very clear, very powerful answer. He found that infant monkeys who were deprived of maternal love and comfort, well, they suffered severe and lasting psychological damage. It was proof that love and care aren't just, nice things to have. They are a fundamental biological need, just as important as food for healthy development.
Okay, so we've got these automatic systems and these primal drives pushing us around. But all that energy is kind of useless if it's not pointed at something, right? So how do we channel it? This is where our conscious minds come in, and we do it with goals.
And this is the absolute key. A drive without a goal is just restless energy. It's pacing around the room, feeling like you should be doing something, but not knowing what. A goal is like a GPS for that energy. It takes that I need to do something feeling and gives it a destination. It turns aimless wandering into a clear path forward.
But here's the thing. Not all goals are created equal. The science is pretty clear that the most motivating goals, the ones that actually work, follow 3 simple rules. First, they have to be specific. Get in shape is vague. Run a 5K in 3 months is specific. Second, they have to be challenging. If it's too easy, you won't be motivated. But, and this is the third rule, it also has to be realistic. A goal that feels impossible is just a recipe for quitting. It's all about finding that sweet spot.
All right, so you've got your inner drive, you've set the perfect, specific, challenging, but realistic goal, you're ready to go. So what gets in the way? Oh yeah, we all know the answer. It's that universal enemy of progress that trips up even our best intentions.
Yep, we are talking about procrastination.
It's the final boss in the video game of motivation. It's that shadow that always seems to pop up right between where we are and where we want to be.
And listen, procrastination is not just about being lazy. A lot of the time, it's actually rooted in a fear of failure. You know, that what if I'm not good enough feeling. It also loves a vacuum. When there's no structure, no clear mini deadlines, it's easy to tell ourselves, oh, I'll do it later. That sense of urgency just isn't there yet.
So how do you beat this thing? The psychological superpower you need to develop is called delay of gratification. It's your ability to say no to the easy, fun thing right now, like binge-watching that new show, in favor of the bigger, better reward that comes later, like acing that final exam. Getting good at this is the absolute key to unlocking your long-term potential.
Okay, for our final piece of the puzzle, let's talk about the world around you. Because motivation isn't just an inside job. Our environment is constantly, and I mean constantly, shaping what we do through a really powerful system of rewards and consequences. Let's break down the code.
Now, this chart might look a little complicated, but it's actually super simple. Think of it this way. Anything that makes you more likely to do something again is called reinforcement. If you get something good for doing a task, like a bonus at work, that's positive reinforcement. But you can also be reinforced if something bad is taken away. Think about how taking an aspirin makes your headache go away. That's negative reinforcement. In both cases, you're more likely to do the behavior again. The opposite is punishment. That makes you less likely to do something. If you get something bad, like a speeding ticket, that's positive punishment. And if something good gets taken away, like losing your phone privileges, that's negative punishment.
But it's not just the reward. It's the timing of the reward that really matters. A monthly paycheck is a fixed interval. It's predictable. But the most powerful, the most addictive schedule of all is the variable ratio. This is the engine that runs Las Vegas and social media. Because you never know if the next time you pull the slot machine lever or the next time you refresh your feed is going to be the one that gives you that reward. Your brain just keeps screaming, try it again, just one more time. That total unpredictability is what makes it so incredibly hard to stop.
So there you have it. From the automatic pilot running your biology to the primal drives that push you, the goals that pull you, and the rewards in your environment that shape you every single day. You now have the blueprint. You can see the code running in the background. So the only real question left is, how are you going to use it to rewrite your own?